Today, the United Nations Security Council is meeting to discuss the tens of thousands of Russian troops at the Ukrainian border. And new this morning, the U.S. says its allies have a list of Russian elites that will be sanctioned if Russian troops invade Ukraine. On Balance host Leland Vittert joins me now to talk about the latest on the tensions between Russia and the U.S. Good morning, Leland. Thanks for getting up early again. As we always say, we appreciate it. Now, you've spent about a month in Ukraine back in 2014 as Russian-backed militias took over parts of the country there. What do you think the difference is between that time and today?
Great question. And certainly the Ukrainian military has a lot more firepower behind it. We've seen those weapons from the United States arriving in Ukraine. They've had now 8 years to train for this event. The Ukrainians knew the Russians were coming. It was a matter of time of when they were going to be tested again. And frankly, the Biden administration seems much more clear-eyed and willing to confront Putin than the Obama administration was in 2014. They say that they have learned from the mistakes of the Obama administration that allowed Putin to take parts of Ukraine and basically just thumb his nose at President Obama. That's why we're seeing a lot more weapons head over to Ukraine. Remember, President Obama was criticized for just giving blankets and meals, and now all of a sudden you've got a lot of U.S. military hardware, but not troops arriving in Ukraine, and a lot tougher talk, as you pointed out at the top, about sanctions, not only against Russia, but against Vladimir Putin's inner circle to try to drive up the price for him domestically of going into Ukraine.
What kind of sanctions are we talking about? One lawmaker calling it the mother of all sanctions. What does that mean?
Well, sanctions can only do so much, right? But you're talking about everything from delisting Russian banks, which would force the Russian banking system into collapse. So they couldn't do business with Western banks. And when you talk about individual sanctions, right, you'd be talking about going after the bank accounts and freezing the assets in Western countries of the Russian elite. And we know that Vladimir Putin is propped up by this ring of oligarchs around him. And if you can extract a high enough price from them and say, look, your jets are going to be impounded, your yachts are going to be impounded, we're going to take your businesses, we're going to take your Swiss bank accounts, well, they may go to Putin and say, you know, I'm not sure this is worth it. We know Vladimir Putin wants the spoils of war. He wants the domestic glory and the international prestige and fear of taking Ukraine. The one thing Vladimir Putin has never really been that keen on is paying the price for war.
Yeah. What is this UN meeting actually able to accomplish?
When was the last time a UN meeting accomplished anything? If you're looking for Adlai Stevenson, circa 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis UN meeting, you're just not going to get that today. Remember, the Russians have their own veto vote on the Security Council. So it's pretty much going to be a dog and pony show. It doesn't seem as though there's going to be any kind of real moments to come out of this. And the Russians also have the Chinese in their back pocket here. We know President Xi and Putin have gotten closer and closer. The only thing that you could possibly see is the Chinese sort of in the background putting a little pressure on the Russians to not invade ahead of the Olympics, because the one thing that China does not want is a Russian invasion overshadowing the Beijing Games and the narrative of Xi and Putin together. One has the Olympics, one's invading Ukraine.
Yeah, timing. Timing is always everything. Leland, thanks so much for being with us. I know you're going to continue to discuss sanctions and who's making an argument against sanctions coming up on your show tonight. On Balance with Leland Vittert is every single weeknight, including tonight, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, right here on NewsNation. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.